So this year is the 50th anniversary of Joni releasing the Hijira album. Yeah, so we thought we'd play a bunch of the songs. We're not going to do the whole thing tonight, but we're going to do just about most of it.
Something
there are 9 songs on the Hijira album in 9 different tunes. Dave at the end here gets to play it all in one tune. Bass player has to tune too. Sax player has to tune too. Find yourself a charity. Helping me. Put some time into your car.
This is Toonie number 3. There's going to be a raffle at the end to see how many exact tunes to do. 5 guitars, 14 tunes each. Yeah,
Just be grateful I don't have to tune.
The thing about Joni is like, these tunings are just, the reason why I play them is because they create these sonic sounds that we just can't get by playing in standard tune, you know? I'm traveling in some vehicle, sitting in some cafe, unaffected from the petty wars that shell-shock love away. There's comfort and melancholy when there's no need to explain. It's just as natural as the weather on this moody sky today. And our possessive coupling, so much cannot be expressed. So now I am returning to myself. These things you and I suppress. I see something of myself in everyone, just at this moment of the world. Snow gathers like bolts of flakes, waltzing on a bone girl. No, it never has been easy. Whether you do or you do not resign, whether you travel the breadth of extremities, stick to some straight line. He's a man and a woman sitting on a rock. They're either gonna fall or freeze. Listen, strings of primate rustle tops coming through the snow. Pinewood trees. My pores with travel fever, but you know I'm so glad to be on my own. Still somehow the slightest touch of a stranger can set a trembling in my bones. I know that God's gonna show me everything, but we all can't go alone. Each so deep and superficial, between the forceps and the stone. When I looked at the granite markers, most tributes to finality, to eternity. And then I looked at myself in the chicken scratching my immortality. In the church they light the candles, and the wax rolls down like tears. There is no hope, and the hopelessness of witness 13. We're only particles of change. I know I'm orbiting around the sun. But how can I have that point of view when I'm always bound in ties to someone? White flies on winter chimneys, waving truce against the moon. In the mirrors of a modern fame, from the window of a hotel. I'm traveling in some vehicle, I'm sitting in some cafe, an infector from the petty wars, until love sucks me back that way. Everybody, he played at Carnegie Hall last night. Whatever, he played there. When was the last time?
6 years ago.
All right. Last night, 6 years.
Keep
I
practicing.
was playing there. He said he went there.
Keep practicing.
For the birthday girl. I'm down to a roll of diamonds. I'm stalking the slot that's hot. I keep hearing bells all around, jingling in the lucky jackpots. They keep you getting alive. They keep you reaching for your wallets, hearing fool's paradise. I talked to a captain in the morning. He said he had a cleaning plan. That cap was clanking with coin. Well, he must have had a genie in a lamp, 'cause every time I dropped the diamond fluid, he kept bringing bells nothing to it. He got 3 oranges, 3 lemons, 3 cherries, 2 plums, and these lattes for fruit. Watching the dry cleaner do it, like Midas in a polyester suit. It's all luck, it's just luck. You get a little lucky and you make a little money. I'm falling down the strip, picked out a booth, circus, where the cows filled their room with their big balloons. The cleaner was pitching with bird. There's a line, it's pink and blue there. You could lose there. Stacking the chips, breaking off the table, ringing up Daniel's bells. It was a bird that's breakfast, and something took a loose every time I lay down on my cleaner up the phone, put a coin in the drawer of mine. When it's one key, it's just luck. unfortunately, I can't see faces, but you sat right in front of me, so lucky you. I think it's pretty cool that your mom inspired you all to listen to Joni, and you guys dig it.
Could I please request some more of Katie's vocal in my monitor? Thank you.
I was driving across the burning desert when I spotted 6 jet planes leaving 6 white big burnt trails across Beaten Main. It was a hexagram of the heaven. It was the strings of my guitar. It was just a false alarm. The drone of flying engines is the song so wild and blue. Travels time and the seasons gets through to you. And your life becomes a travel log, picture postcard charm. It was just a false alarm. People will tell you where they've gone. They'll tell you where to go till you get there yourself. You never really know. They're somehow found in paradise. Others just come to harm. It's just a false alarm.
Mark, what's going on over there?
Steve stole my rocking socks, so I have to go down on bench. We don't want a union rep here.
So this June, it'll be 13 years. 13 years ago, a great bass player named Joe Gallant asked Alan behind me on the drums and me to do a last waltz show in the city at the Highland Ballroom and do Coyote. And yeah, we got off the stage and Godfrey Townsend, another great guitar player, said, "You guys should do this." And here we are. No regrets, Kylie. We just come from such different sets of circumstance. I'm up all night in the studios and really on your way. You'll be rushing out through Mary's Taylor while the sun is ascending, and I'll just be getting home with my real time. There's no copy, just how close to the bone and the skin and the eyes and the lips you can get. I still feel so long, still feel elated, like the stations in some really all the time. In my driving up, racing, you just picked up my head, prisoner, white lines on the freeway. Tragedy, till we put it in some roadhouse light, where local band was playing, locals were kicking and shaking on the floor. Next thing I know, that coyote's out my door, pins me in the corner and we won't be gone. Drags me out on the dance floor and we're dancing close and slow. Now he's got a seems to want me anyway. What you got? Beyond that, you just picked up a hitch, prisoner of the white lines on the freeway. Looked kind of right in the face on the road to Bad Jenny in my home. Running through the whisker weed, chasing sunrise down, and a heart was playing with it. Kylie was jumping straight up a million palaces. We had those same eyes just like yours, under your dark glasses. Privately broken in public rooms, peekings and keyholes and rubber doors. When the players lick their wounds and take their temporary lovers. Pills and pounds to get them through this passion play. No regrets, I just get off the horse. You just picked up a hitcher, prisoner of white lines on the freeway. Coyote's in the coffee shop. He's staring a hole in his scrambled eggs. Picks some ice and on his fingers while he's watching the waitress face. He's too far to be funny. Appaloosas and evils and ties. Khakis and cucumbers and carbon ribbon rods. We're spilling it out so clear. Either it's gonna have to rather stand and fight or take off out of here. I tried to run away myself, run away and wrestle with my ego. With this flame, put here in this Eskimo, in this hitcher, in this prison of fine white lines, of white lines, of the free. It's Dan Early on the bass over there. Wow, you guys are really quiet. It's a pleasure to play for a listening audience. We appreciate you so much more.
Yeah.
This next tune is definitely a favorite of mine. So hard to pick one. I don't have one favorite, but especially as a guitarist, this song is just impressive that she wrote this on this completely different tuning. And I've had the great opportunity to study with jazz guitarists and classical guitarists. And in all these different realms, they respect Joni and they appreciate Joni. And it's really a great thing. Friend of spirit, he drank at one night, and I sat before his sanity. I was holding back from crying. He saw my complications, and he mirrored me back simplified. We laughed how our perfection would always be denied. down with Dixie cold cuts and highway me down. And I wound up fixing dinner down in Boston Gym. I would look with affection, thinking back down the roads to them. The next world alone, like Gulf of Mexico, they were overflowing in the refuge of the They were swinging along the ditches. They were good times in the city. Oh, and happiness, it was all so lively. Till I started analyzing, and I brought all my old ways. Thunderhead of judgment was gathering in my gaze. And it made most people nervous. They just didn't want to know what I was seeing in the refuge of the pulled off into the forest. Crickets clicking in the fur. Like the wheel of fortune, I heard my feet turn, turn, turn. And I went running down the white sand road. I was running like a white house steer, running to lose, lose to the innocence and here. These are the clouds of Michelangelo, muscular with God and sun will shine on her witness in the refuge highway service station. Over the month of June was a photograph of the earth taken coming back from the moon. And you couldn't see the city on that marble golden ball, or a forest or a highway or near beast of all. Couldn't see these cold water restrooms or this baggage on the road, westbound and road, taking refuge in the road. stand now like I'm a big son guy. We're going to do a cover that Joni did. It's a Marvin Gaye song. And when I heard this song, I said, Victoria has to sing this. And she laughed. So after this tune, we're going to take a short break so you guys can stretch your legs and grab a drink or whatever you need to do. And then we got a whole other set with some classics in it. so great.